So you want to know about sexual intercourse or having sex. That's a slang word to say sexual intercourse. Someone who hasn't had sex before and hasn't had sexual intercourse is called a virgin. So you've heard that word before, I'm sure, but that's simply all it means. When people want to have sex, we're typically describing an encounter between a man and a woman, because sexual intercourse has been created to make a baby. And as we've talked about in previous videos, you don't necessarily have sex every time to try and have a baby. People like to have sex because it feels good and you feel close to someone, and it releases dopamine and oxytocin, which makes you feel attached and happy. So there's a lot of benefits to humans for having sex. We like to do it because it feels really good, and it's a nice part of a relationship that's healthy and committed. But when people have sexual intercourse, typically they will start by experiencing something called foreplay. And foreplay is all the stuff we talked about in sexual activities. It's kissing, it's touching, it's touching each other on private areas, on your genitals, on your penis, on your vagina. And when you do this gets your body aroused, and your brain is telling your body you want to have sex, you want to mate, you want to have sexual intercourse. And you know that your body is getting ready for this because a man will have an erection, which is their blood will rush to their penis and it will get hard and stiff. And a woman's vagina will start to get the slang word is wet, but it starts to lubricate itself with kind of the slippery sort of mucus-like fluid. And these two things are really important for sexual intercourse, because without them, it would be really hard to do it, because a penis has to be hard and stiff in order to go into the vagina. And the vagina needs to be wet and lubricated for the penis to slide in. And once this happens, once the penis is in the vagina, the couple will kind of move back and forth so that the penis is rubbing back and forth. And during this time, sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it takes a really short time. During this time, the couple will, hopefully it will feel good, and the man will ejaculate, which is when semen shoots out of the penis. And the semen is what holds all the sperm, which is the male sex cell. Meanwhile, the woman hopefully will have an orgasm, which is where her clitoris has been stimulated and she has this rush of pleasure. Some pros of having intercourse, we've talked about a little bit before. You feel really close to someone. Oxytocin is being released from your brain into your body that's telling you to attach. And the attachment hormone does make you feel a sense of love with someone. So it's making you feel close. It's making you feel happy because you're releasing all this dopamine. Your body feels good. You're feeling attached, close, feels good. And if you want to have a baby, there's the chance you could create the miracle of life. You could have a baby. Some cons to having intercourse: if you were not ready to do it and you did it, or you were in a situation that was stressful or painful or harmful, or you felt like the person you're with was not listening to you, that could be really traumatic, and that can really reshape your brain and how you think about sexuality and how you think about relationships moving forward. Having intercourse when you're not ready also can be painful, which again will reshape how you think about it. Another risk associated with intercourse is that you could get diseases. There are sexually transmitted diseases and infections that most of them you get for life, and many of them have painful symptoms. So I'm going to talk more about sexual risks in our next video, but these are risks of having sex, especially if you're not in a relationship where you know the other person really well and you feel really safe and comfortable with them. So you are exposing your body and really your mind to this whole new experience, and that should be respected, and that should be special and thoughtful and intentional in a lot of ways. So those are some things to consider. Also, sex is designed to make you feel attached and close to someone. So if you are having intercourse with someone you don't want to be attached to, you should really think about that, because it really can change the chemistry of how you think about that person. So as you go on this journey and you start dating and you start feeling like you want to have sex with someone, this would be a great time to talk to your parents and find out what their thoughts are on sexual activities. When do they think it's a good age to have sex? What is a good circumstance to do it? Find out what their thoughts are. Do they have hopes for your sex life? What do those look like? What are their fears? These are conversations you can have with your parents, and I'm gonna guess that probably no one on earth cares more about your sex life than your parents do. So it's gonna be okay to talk to them and just find out openly, like, where are they at with it?